Good morning, everybody on YouTube. I apologize, I haven't uploaded any content. I've been very, very extremely busy. Doing a lot of research on my free time. Not research per se, it's more than anything just acquiring information, logging some data down, moving shit around. Before I even get into further details, let me answer one big question. Why do I do this? I'll tell you why I do this. I know nothing else. This is what I do for a living. This is my investment. I'm not a mechanic. I'm not a carpenter. I can barely change the oil in my own car. Actually, I don't even do that. That being said, the one thing I do know very well is how to manage. And unfortunately, I haven't been in on the general side of industrial work. I've been more on the sub level because that's worked for me just fine. It's what I love to do. I love scaffolding. I fuck with installation. Not my favorite. Love coatings. It's something I love to do. I love when a scaffold is framed. I love looking up and looking at the challenge of putting the floor up there for the guys, making sure that it's safe and secure. All that good shit, you know? But the reason that I do what I do as far as information is concerned, that's why my YouTube channel is called Refinery BOI. BOI stands for Bridge of Information, B.O.I. And for me, this is an investment. It's just common sense. There's no brain. I'm not doing this to, this motherfucker wants to go viral. How? It's about work. I don't think too many people want to work. So that being said, that's why I do this. Not looking for basically, it's just an investment for me. That's my reason, and so I roll with it. I've been seeing lately, I've been getting a lot of messages of people pleading for manpower. All the way from west out far to the east. From north all the way down to these south regions. And a few months ago, when we were still having that pandemic relief, unemployment help, and all kinds of other government assistance, we were all desperate for work. I know I was. A lot of people were desperate for work. They were like, fuck, there's nothing open. What is open is very coveted. It's very, protected. People ain't letting go. They're not quitting. They're not getting fired. But now, as most of us in the business knew that come January, come February, work was going to explode. And that's exactly what happened. And then came March. And then April, June, July, August. And here we go. Fixing to finish October. This year flew by. And let me tell you, we got shitload of work. There's tons of work. And my question is, how come is it we can't man these projects up? And you have to wonder, you have to ask yourself, you have to sit back and me as a lead man, as a helper, as an assistant, as a director, as a project manager, as whatever the motherfuck I happen to land, whatever God blesses me with, that's what I'll be. But I'm looking at all these projects, and I'm looking at all these people, and they're desperate for manpower. And yet I have an entire list of people desperate for work. Like, I can go through my messenger and I'll go through my messenger all day long with unread messages. I can't get to everybody. So I decided that this channel would help just cover it all. Todo de un vergazo. And how is it going to do that? Well, it's very simple. I posted on my Facebook a couple of weeks ago, maybe 2 weeks ago, about a job that guaranteed 40 hours, paid 100 per diem, but they were looking for people that are willing to work the maintenance, but with the understanding of working more than just 40 hours and to be okay with that. Okay, that was with Apache. That was out west. That was in Big Springs. I was actually at the Delic plant out there. It got full in like 10 minutes. I posted about another picture, and that job was for Neil Redmond. Neil Redmond, who's over at the Arkansas office for Apache. Some of you who work for Apache, y'all know who Neil Redmond is. So that project was for him. That's filled up. The next one was for a company out in, I'd have to go through my face, but I believe Portland, Oregon, somewhere over there. And they were asking for fucking 2-3 foremen, some shit like that. Anyhow, that got full in like 6 minutes. And I'm like, how the fuck? Like, well, what's going on? Why is Exxon having trouble filling up their spots? Why is somebody like Port Arthur, who's around all these Houston people who are desperate for work, and they can't man it up? Why are plants like in Corpus or right next to us in the valley, we definitely desperate for work, and they can't man them up? Like, what the fuck is going on? I'll tell you what's going on. And this is a part where you guys will hate me a little bit more, which that's fine. I don't give a fuck. You're still watching, right? You can't man these projects up because your supervisors ain't worth a fuck. That's why. And a lot of people say, no, because there's a mafia here, there's a mafia there. Let's get something very fucking clear. There's no such thing as a mafia. There's no such thing as this or that. It's just human fucking nature. Whoever's in charge, that person's going to bring who? People who he's fucking familiar with, right? Family, friends, etc. People he's worked with. So, does that make that a mafia? Fuck no. No, it doesn't. What it does is make you a lover of victimization, if anything, because you want to play the victim. Oh, no, it's a mafia. I can't go work. No, yeah, you can. You just don't want to go and bust your ass and do what the fuck you got to do, you know? Put in your work. And I get it. I get it. A lot of times you got to get wrecked in. It's by wrecking only. That's for another day. That's a topic for another day. Right now, what I need you guys to understand is why this channel is there. This channel is here because it's going to give you information on projects that are existing. Let me tell you something. For those of you motherfuckers who own a house, own your own lot, own your own property, and you built your own house, this only applies to you because only you're going to be able to relate to it because only you're probably aware of it. Most of you who never owned a lot or a property might not be aware of this information, you know. Before you can start building, you got to do what? Go get a permit. Because we got to pay taxes, right? Because we don't really actually own anything. Not in the United States of America. That's the beautiful thing about capitalism. They can fuck you legally. And you love it. We just love getting fucked. Why? We pay taxes every fucking day. If that ain't no fucking, tell me something. It ain't. So, that being said, that becomes public information. Once you get a permit to build anything, anybody can go look that up. Anybody can request that information because it's public information. Same thing applies to every existing project in the United States. Right now, as we speak, and y'all could go to Send to Press, Newswire, Y'all can Google it. Y'all can go through Chrome. Y'all can do something so simple, so very simple as Google plan industrial construction by scope activity, plan industrial construction by project type, plan industrial construction by location, whatever you want. And it'll fuck you up as to just how much fucking work there's out there. Just in 2022, there's 1,012 industrial capital projects already approved, registered, and ready to go. They will commence, they will break ground 1,012 industrial capital projects. Now, how big each one of those projects is, I didn't dig that deep. So I'm not going to give you a fake number on that. All I do know is that there's 1,012 industrial capital projects. Capital usually means TNM. 442 new planned industrial capital projects already submitted. You got manufacturing facilities, 142. You got processing facilities, 122. Distribution and industrial warehouse facilities, 166. Power, energy, and oil gas projects, 22. New construction, 177. Expansions, 189. Texas alone has 46 underway new construction jobs. And so that leads me to the whole point of this fucking channel. Right now, I'm currently working at a job that, like I said earlier before in another video, I didn't fucking even know it was. I didn't even know it existed. And that's what happens when you lack the information. Information is power. It's key. Information is everything. You can't go to a job you don't know nothing of, right? So if there's a job, say, in Houston, and you live in Pasadena, basically right outside of Houston, but you're desperate for work, and you end up going all the way to fucking Alabama because you didn't know nothing about that delicious paying job in Houston. Does that ring a bell to a lot of you? Doesn't that sound familiar to most of you? When you find out about these jobs and you're like, what the fuck? And I went all the way over fucking there. And the whole time there was, same thing with me. I went all the way to West Virginia. All the fucking way out there. The whole time there was this multi-billion-dollar project right here. 2 hours away from my house. I'm currently working with a great general contracting company. It's a great company to work for. They got projects everywhere. And I'm working for a company that up until the day I got hired, or a week until I got hired, I didn't know nothing about them. I ain't never heard about the motherfuckers. Now I love them. They're good to me. But that's the power of information. There's some new projects coming up, like every other projects. What I'm going to do is I'm going to bring you information on every existing fucking project in Texas, Louisiana, everywhere in the fucking United States. Now, I can't do it individually. That's why I don't answer a whole bunch of the messages, because I have a life too. Time equals money. And I don't think it's right for me to tell you, hey, pay me, I'm going to find you a job. That just sounds weird, that's fucked up, actually. So what I'll do is, it doesn't take too much time to post a video on YouTube, and all you guys can just go follow it. Get the information there. We don't have to worry about no pussy-ass Facebook blocking me. They said I went against community rules for posting a job. I guess people ain't supposed to fucking work no more. But I'll be bringing you more information. There's a job. I work for Lexicon. There's a job at Ingleside. That's for 5 years. Welders, fitters, millwrights. Everything's going to be needed. Insulators, scaffold, paint, you name it. Grout, civil, siding, electrical, every fucking thing you could think of is going to be needed there. It's, I believe, a $3 billion project. That's just one. There's some more work in Arkansas. There's some more work in Kentucky. There's more work. There's work for the next 12 years with this company guaranteed, you know. And what I'm going to do is just bring you information and, like I said, invest. I bring information to you guys and you guys get into this business. Who knows? 5 years from now, if I'm still living, God willing, you guys may be in a very beautiful position where I may be inclined to ask, hey, help me out here. Can you give me a job? Put me as a leadman somewhere. Fuck, I don't care. I'll bring you water, coffee, and donuts. I don't fucking care. Just give me a fucking job. And you might be able to give me one, you know? So that's why I do it. It's an investment. I'm going to bring you a lot of information. If you want it, hit the subscribe button. We'll let YouTube pay me one day. Maybe 20 years from now, I'll get like a little $12 check or some shit. You know what I mean? So that's the main reason I do this. Hit the subscribe button if you want more information. I'm going to be giving information on new upcoming projects in Louisiana, projects in Texas, Florida, Oregon, Ohio, shit, you name it. Got projects in Wisconsin, Massachusetts, Michigan, Florida, Pennsylvania, Ohio, Indiana, North Carolina, New York, and Texas. In Texas, there are 30 registered ongoing as we speak. 23 in New York, 22 in North Carolina, 21 in Indiana, 20 in Ohio, 20 in Pennsylvania, 19 in Florida, 16 in Michigan, 15 in Massachusetts, 15 in Wisconsin. Some of you listening can relate to what I'm saying, and you're like, you're fucking right. There's work every fucking where. We just don't know about it. Some of us do, some of us don't. Those who do, they covet the fucking information so much that they don't even disperse it. They feel like they want it all, which they can't do it all, but that's human nature. Subscribe. Oh, and another thing, put the word out. Don't ask me for no fucking work on Messenger if you can't do something so simple as click on the subscribe button and respect my time, because it takes a lot of fucking time. And I can't be answering every single one of you. Like, I wish I fucking could. I wish I could have money and just dedicate myself to do this and help all you guys out. That'd be fun. But I can't. That's the reality of it. So, I'm doing this for a reason. Y'all click on the button, I'll give you a notification, show you new information. And since I'm not charging a single fucking penny, you guys ain't paying a single fucking penny, there's no reason why to doubt any of this information.